Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sarah. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's. And you can get your host and hostess gifts and any last-minute Christmas presents at Ruper's today and tomorrow.
You're talking about us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and you and Jillianne.
Drop them off. Bottles, gift cards.
Yeah.
Whatever you got, we'll take it.
I mean, they've got some things you might not expect. Got to go to Ruper's.
That's right. We have the pleasure of being joined in studio today by the owner and founder of Glitterazzi Entertainment, Jillianne Haney. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks for joining us today.
We're happy we finally got you.
I know. I'm excited. Like the last 2 times I've been sick, and then today they were like, "It's a snowstorm," and I was like, "Oh no!" Like
you can be the storm.
So luckily, I made it here safe.
That's right.
You've got some time. I think we have a bit before the snow flies.
Oh.
So along with being a mom, Jillianne, as we mentioned, is the owner and founder of Glitterazzi Entertainment, and you've done so much more than that in your previous life, right? So we are going to get into all of that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And a whole lot more coming up here in just a bit. But before we do, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, December 23rd.
The Sun-Journal reports that a Saturday evening house fire at 146 Grove Street in Lewiston is being ruled suspicious. A week earlier, a Lewiston man was arrested at the same location after allegedly vandalizing the house and starting a fire. The Office of State Fire Marshal is investigating the blaze with the assistance of Lewiston Fire and police investigators.
Governor Mills will allow a bill regulating ghost guns to become law without her signature. Ghost guns are plastic guns made with a 3D printer. Kits or parts can be bought, shipped, and assembled at home. A background check is not required to purchase the parts, making them virtually untraceable. The main bill will require serial numbers on homemade guns and ban guns that can't be traced. The law goes into effect in January 2027.
With Christmas and New Year's falling on Thursdays, there will be no curbside trash and recycling collection in Auburn on those holidays. The city will hold a special collection on Saturday, December 27th, only for residents with Thursday pickup. The Christmas Day collection in Lewiston will be delayed by 1 day.
And with snow on the way, a winter parking ban is in effect for Lewiston. The ban begins at 9 p.m. tonight and extends to 8 a.m. tomorrow. Vehicles left on the street will be towed at the owner's expense. Overnight parking is available in city garages. For more information, visit lewistonmaine.gov. Now it's time for the weather.
The weather? Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Jillianne's bebopping along to the
Did you like
weather
that
song.
I
one?
love that. I might actually start singing that to my toddler.
Aww.
I'll send you the recording.
It's a hit.
Sign that.
The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch for Androscoggin County. The watch will be in effect from this afternoon to tomorrow afternoon with an expected 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. We'll have a high of 32 and a low of 17. Snow tapers off tomorrow morning, giving way to cloudy skies, high 30, low of 16, and cloudy on Christmas Day with highs in the low 30s. It's going to be a white Christmas.
It will be a white Christmas.
I'm actually really excited because I'm from Charlotte, so white Christmases are very, very, very rare. So when I found out, I'm like, is this my first white Christmas? I'm not sure, but I really think it is. At least in Maine it is.
I think it will be. Yay!
I'm so excited.
How long have you lived in Maine?
Since 2021.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we've had some weird weather leading up to Christmases in the past few years.
It hasn't been as, I feel like this Christmas is a lot heavier than the past, or this winter is a lot heavier than the last few winters. It kind of has come out of nowhere.
It started early.
Yeah. And we're only 2 days in.
I know.
Technically, right? Truth be told, that tree in my front yard finally gave in. The leaves, the leaves held on until that big windstorm that we had a couple of days ago. It's like, man, that tree is not giving up the ghost.
There you go.
It is waiting for winter.
In sports, Jaylen Brown scored a game-high 31 points, and the Celtics rallied from a 20-point second-half deficit to beat the Indiana Pacers 103-95. Boston will visit the Pacers on Friday night.
And the Bruins have lost 3 in a row and will host the Montreal Canadiens tonight at 7. I'll be watching.
You'll be going for 4.
Stop.
Sorry. The 12-3 Patriots visit the 3-12 New York Jets on Sunday afternoon. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for December the 23rd, shall we?
Uh-huh.
I sent Sarah a text yesterday, and it had a list of today's birthdays on it. Did you receive the text?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
I sent it to you? Pretty sure I sent it to you.
Either you did or there's someone out there
I
really
sure did.
confused.
Yeah. No, I sent it to Sarah. It was a list. It was a list of today's birthdays, and I highlighted Eddie Vedder. And I said, start practicing. Because as our loyal listeners know, Sarah does the best Eddie Vedder impression of all time.
It's so hard to do on demand.
All right. Just do it whenever you feel like it. Middle of the show is fine.
I know, I'll just be answering a question and she'll just all of a sudden do her impression.
So don't be surprised, Jillianne, if Sarah just
It's okay.
butts right in. Eddie Vedder, lead singer for Pearl Jam, is 61 years old today. He was ranked 7th on the list of best lead singers of all time.
Really?
Based on a reader's poll compiled by Rolling Stone. Yeah. In 2017, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Pearl Jam. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty cool, though. You can't understand a word he says.
And
but he's the 7th best ever.
How is that a thing?
I don't know. Jillianne, are you a Pearl Jam fan?
I'm not. I'm more like pop, but I can tell you my dad is.
Yeah,
He
really?
loves stuff like that. Yeah.
There is a song that I love that I don't know that it's Pearl Jam, but it's definitely Eddie Vedder, Just Breathe. Do you know that one? It's really good. It's kind of like a pared down, mostly just guitar and him actually singing, like where you can understand what he's saying.
The soulful version.
Yeah. It's really quite good.
I'm gonna have to go listen to it.
It's really quite good.
Could you maybe sing a few bars?
No.
If I ever need any entertainment for any of my events, I'll call you.
Yeah, do that.
I like these jingles. I'm entertained.
What I learned about today is that Sarah does not read my texts.
Oh
No, you know what happened is that I got your text while I was driving, and I couldn't look at the picture that you sent. So I only got the text that said start practicing, and then I never went back and looked at the
She's
photo.
totally lying.
just-
She was sitting.
I'm not. I'm
Didn't matter. I
I'm
know.
not.
I know she's
swear
lying.
to you guys. I
Okay.
swear.
Anyways, Susan Lucci from All My Children is 79 years old today.
Yay.
She played Erica Kane on All My Children from 1970 to 2011. Only one Daytime Emmy Award to show for it.
I know she got nominated like a bazillion times.
And it
right?
became like a running joke.
Yeah, the Susan Lucci.
Yeah.
She's great.
She was named one of VH1's top icons of all time and one of Barbara Walters' 10 most fascinating people.
Wow.
All right.
That's pretty impressive.
And rounding out FPBs for December the 23rd is actor and comedian Harry Shearer, who is 82 years old today. He voices a lot of characters on The Simpsons, including Mr. Burns, Waylon Smithers, Ned Flanders, Reverend Lovejoy, Lenny Leonard, Principal Skinner, Kent Brockman, Otto Man,
Oh my gosh.
and formerly Dr.
Otto Man.
Hibbert.
Yeah.
I would. His scripts have to be like books thick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he must be just doing voice after voice.
I was gonna say talking to himself all day.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, like he's so prolific in The Simpsons and has so many voices. I had to Google him to just see what his face looked like. And as soon as he popped up, I was like, oh, that's the guy who took Marcel from Ross in Friends, or tried to take Marcel the monkey from Ross in Friends to a zoo where he was going to like set him up to fight other animals. He was like, and he asked him, how does he do with like a little knife? Why would he need a knife? Well, it would be unfair to pit him against, say, a cougar without some kind of... Like as soon as his face popped up, that's like immediately what I thought.
Awesome.
Yeah, but also this is Spinal Tap.
Yes. And Spinal Tap, The End Continues, I think, was the title of the sequel. There it is.
There is that.
That's
I had to have you not be paying attention to me to be able to do
Love
that.
it.
okay.
Sorry.
Harry was also a cast member on SNL between 79 and 80, and then 84 and 85. And his character in Spinal Tap, he was the bass player, and then he got busted at an airport for walking through a metal detector with a cucumber in his pants wrapped in aluminum foil.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
Yeah, that was him.
Oh my God. I've
All
never
right.
heard that story. That's hysterical.
You got to see the movie.
Oh,
The
it's
movie
a silly
is
movie.
Incredible. Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
Yep.
Take that, Eddie Vedder.
Take that, Eddie Vedder. Mark is the 6th greatest vocalist of all time. So take that,
Yikes.
Eddie Vedder. Oh, goodness. 34 years ago in 1991, James Brown sued the producers of the movie The Commitments. Brown claimed that one of the characters too closely resembled him. He lost the case.
Oh, James.
Shocking. 53 years ago in 1972, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Oakland Raiders 13-7 in an NFL playoff game on a last-second play that was dubbed the Immaculate Reception. Pittsburgh's Franco Harris caught a deflected pass and ran it in for the winning touchdown.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders dispute that
Really?
because there's no definitive proof that Franco Harris caught the ball.
Oh.
Even like there was no replay back then. And the television coverage, they only had like 3 or 4 cameras covering the entire
So
game.
they don't think they think he picked it up?
They think the ball may have hit the ground. And he just kept going.
He just kept going.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, a lot of controversy.
Yeah. Well, let's see. 74 years ago in 1951, a National Football League championship game was televised nationally for the first time. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Cleveland Browns 24-17. The Dumont Network had paid $75,000 for the rights to the game.
Now that's how much it costs to park
Right?
at a Los Angeles Rams Cleveland Browns game.
That does tailgating.
That's right.
Getting the ticket or getting in.
Just give us $75,000. Go park your car.
And that's where you live from now on.
Enjoy whatever you can afford to do for the rest of the day.
95 years ago in 1930, Ruth Elizabeth Davis, an unknown actress, arrived in Hollywood under contract to Universal Studios, and Universal Studios changed her name to Betty Davis for the movies.
Otherwise, that song would have been really weird.
Ruth Elizabeth Davis.
That's right. It doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Roll off your tongue. No. 137 years ago in 1888, following a quarrel with Paul Gauguin, Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh cut off part of his own earlobe.
I always thought that was because of a woman, but apparently it was.
What do you think he and Paul fought about?
I don't know.
The size of his ears? I'll show him.
Maybe he was like, I can't stand listening to you anymore. Just
Maybe. God, Paul, you never stop talking about football. I'm so sick of it. I'm cutting off my own ears.
yeah, because didn't he give it to as a gift to?
Oh, gosh.
I think he cut it off. I could be wrong, but he cut it off and he put it in a box and he gave it as a present to a girl.
I think you're absolutely right.
If someone gave me their ear, I would take that as a threat.
I would. I don't know what I would perceive it as. Probably, let's book you now. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an earlobe. It's part of his earlobe.
well, was it not his whole ear?
Not according to this.
Oh, I always thought he chopped off his whole like.
That's
left
what I
ear.
thought,
Like,
too.
They
right-
show like
That's
in
a
his,
much better story.
in his self-portrait. Doesn't he have like a full wrap around his ear?
No, that was Donald Trump.
169 years ago in 1856, Ralph Collier was issued a U.S. patent for the first rotary egg beater with rotating parts.
Eggs were never the same.
Never the same.
that.
I don't use a rotary egg beater. I use a whisk.
The beatings began. Use a whisk.
A whisk. 202 years ago in 1823, the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement C. Moore, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, was published.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
2 centuries ago.
Wow, right? Yeah. That's crazy. And 237 years ago in 1788, Maryland voted to cede a 100-square-mile area for the seat of the national government. About 2/3 of the area became what is now known as the District of Columbia or Washington, D.C.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
I want to throw this one in too.
Yeah, do it.
Because I learned something today. 191 years ago in 1834, English architect Joseph Hansom patented his safety cab, better known as the Hansom cab. Mm-hmm. For the entirety of my life, I always thought that was a handsome cab.
Oh.
Like Handsome. A handsome, like, great-looking horse.
No, it's a person. Handsome.
You knew that.
I did, actually.
Jillianne, did you know that?
No.
Okay.
I did know that.
I think it's funny to hear you explain it. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on in your head?
Oh, my God.
Man, if you could be inside of there. Woo!
I'm just as crazy, so it's okay.
Sarah got me that for Christmas.
I love it. I need that. I need that for.
I don't even know how to describe him.
I do.
It's like a
It's
little.
like a marshmallow man.
I think it's a ghost,
I
but he
was-
has feet.
It's a very depressed ghost that looks like he hates his life, and
Yeah.
he is stuck in the radio station.
It says, live in the nightmare.
He has little tiny arms. I love that he has feet and that his little feet dangle.
Yeah.
To be fair, I look like that like 90% of the
He
time.
just
Stop.
He just looks so unimpressed with everything. And at first I walked by him in the store and I was like, huh, that's funny. And then I was like,
You're like, I have to go back for him.
Mark would like that. And I went back.
She went
for
from
him.
that's funny to that's Mark.
Yes, Mark. Mark would want that.
Yeah.
Mark would like that.
I love that.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for December the 23rd.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. If you see something stuck to your windshield or back window, drive to a safe place before getting out to remove it. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
And now we shift focus fully to our guest in studio, owner and founder of Glitterazzi Entertainment, Jillianne Haney. Let's go back a couple
Absolutely.
of years, decades, I don't know, whatever it takes.
Okay, yeah,
Because off air, you were telling us a little bit about what you've done prior to
Yeah.
Glitterazzi Entertainment, and I was like, well, you've lived a whole lifetime already.
And what's funny is I didn't even tell you everything. I'm kind of like a crazy person. Like when I say I'm insane, I really am to be able to handle this. But yeah, I do. So I have 6 companies that I run. They're very small.
Like
but
currently.
yes. Currently, one's considered a company, but it's more of a lifestyle brand that I'm trying to kind of build up.
Okay.
It all started with Glitterazzi back in 2015, and I kind of just realized I was always the one that was planning get-togethers for my friends and doing stuff on the weekend, and I was like, I love it. And then coincidentally, I saw a reality show on TV where there was a professional party planner that came in, and I was like, that is it. Like, I love that idea. So I started it just to be like, I would love to be paid to throw a party. Like, how fun.
Yeah.
In the party planning phase of it, it's not as fun. But to see the clients afterward, that is what makes it worth it.
And you're not originally from here, correct?
I'm not. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where I grew up. I grew up in Concord, right outside of Charlotte. It's like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I basically started my career as a child. So I was in the youth oratorio as a child. So I was a professional singer. So I have music out there. I now have my own, like, I heart radio stations, Pandora stations, Spotify, all that good stuff. And then that got me into acting, which led me to producing a web series based on Harley Quinn. And just kind of worked my way up. And now it's just kind of evolved into I've done everything. How fun can we make this kind of thing?
Sounds pretty awesome. What brought you to Maine?
That is an interesting story. So back in 2020, I was the manager of a movie studio in Charlotte, and I was working with, insert celebrity name here and all the time, and that was just my dream job. I loved it. And then COVID happened, and it took away my job. And I was like, okay, well, I always said, if life hits the ceiling, what am I going to do? And so I decided to move down with a family member to Inglewood, Florida, to the beach. And I was like, I want to start over at the beach. So I did.
Aw.
I got a job at a restaurant, a really, really nice restaurant right on the Gulf of Mexico. And it turns out that executive chef who ran that restaurant, him and I ended up becoming friends. And a month after we became friends, he asked me out. And then 2 weeks after we started dating, he got a job offer in Maine and said, I know this is crazy, but will you move with me? Wow. And I said yes.
Oh, wow.
And I did not tell my family because I knew my mom would be like, have you lost your mind? So I just told her we were meeting my now husband's family, which was true, but we just kept going up to Maine. About a month in, we were pregnant. And so when Christmas came, I was like, well, now my family doesn't know I live here. I'm having a baby, and now I'm engaged. So that conversation was fun when we went back to North Carolina.
Oh, by the way, sit down.
Yeah. My mom was like, I think I need a drink. Hold on one second. So, but it's been fun, and it's been, just a journey. And there's some times where I sit and think, I cannot believe I'm here doing what I'm doing. But at the same time, I haven't had time to stop and think. So I'm just kind of embracing it.
North Carolina is where Glitterazzi started, correct?
Yes.
What was that like for you, like starting that business and being in charge of putting on these huge parties?
It was definitely interesting. I actually went to school for medical assisting because when I went to college was...
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. I did.
What haven't you done?
I went to school when the stock market crashed, and at that time there were no jobs outside of medical. So that was like, this is what I'm going to do, but not really what I want to do. And so when I realized my dad actually died in 2009, very suddenly, I just decided, why not do what you love? So I really kind of just dived into not really knowing what I was doing, just kind of networking and meeting and going to events. And at the time I was also doing modeling, who would link me to photographers who could do these events. And so it was just kind of a whirlwind that built up over a decade. And now today it's very successful in North Carolina. Yeah.
What was your impression of your first winter in Maine?
I didn't know what to expect, but I believe the first winter that I went, that we were here, I think we had like a really bad snowstorm. It was like in the negatives, and the wind was just whipping against the windows, and I was like, am I in a hurricane? Like, what is going on?
Did you
like
question your choices?
Well, and I was also pregnant too, so I was like, hi. See, and I love the beach, so my first thought was, should I have moved here? I don't know, but I got my daughter out of it, and I got married here, and so I'll put the winter aside and be thankful for my family, even though I do hate the cold. I would love to live on a beach somewhere. I would.
I was going to say, North Carolina to Florida to, hello, welcome to Maine.
Welcome to
I
Maine,
know.
yeah.
No.
Easy. So what types of events does Glitterazzi produce?
We do everything, really. If you can think it up, we can do it, but birthday parties, holiday-themed Christmas events, weddings, day of services, full package services, and just really anything that you can come up with. Like, I have a client in North Carolina that actually has a lot of politician friends, and so every 2 years she puts on an election party, and it's this huge house, and she makes homemade Brunswick stew, and it just all over bar, all this stuff, and all of her politician friends and all the neighborhood friends and everybody comes over and watches the race like in live time. Yeah. So I got to host that. I've done more somber like wakes, things like that. But pretty much if you can come up with a party, like I've done an adoption party before for one of my friends who got custody of his daughter, like I just like to have fun with it. And that's what I love about my company is we work with every budget. So, it doesn't matter. What I'm looking for is the vision. We can make it happen. I can make a champagne taste on a beer budget, make it look good and make it look,
So at these events, are you kind of behind the scenes in all of it? Or are you out there hosting and mingling? What's going on?
I'm a little bit of both because in one of my other companies, I actually have 2 event coordination companies, but this one is more like Glitterazzi is more just birthday parties, weddings, events, and stuff like that. The other one was actually not even supposed to be a company. It was just supposed to be an event for like models and photographers and makeup artists and hair artists to stylists to network and mingle. And we do collaborative photo shoots. So I basically have kind of brought that over to Glitterazzi right now in order to kind of combine the two.
And I'm wondering how you're doing all this. You're running Glitterazzi, you're running 5 other companies, and you're also a mom of a toddler.
Yeah.
Ow,
Do you
Jillianne,
sleep?
ow.
I do. I would aim for 8 hours. That would be amazing. But of course, every toddler gets up at like 3:45, 4. They're like, I'm ready to play. And I'm like, I need coffee. So what I do is I wake up, I have my coffee, I watch the news, and then I'm like, okay, for 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to clean the kitchen. 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to play with her. And then I'm like, okay, 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to work on my stuff. Now, whether I can get to it, because it's mom. Hey, mom, I have a question. Mom, I have to kind of, I set myself on a focused project. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be done with this until I'm done with it. So even if I got called 20 times away, I still know where I'm at. So I did, for one of my companies, I design websites, I design business cards, I'm their digital brand manager, I link them with clients. And so I'm constantly filtering out whether it's event clients, marketing clients. I'm working on a documentary, so I'm dealing with the film production side of stuff and watching footage. So it never ends. You just kind of got to do pockets of time and do as much as you can and go from there.
Do you have an assistant or anyone who works with you?
I don't up here. I do actually in North Carolina, just because my companies down there have kind of taken on a life of their own, so they can help keep them running while I'm up here. But the goal is to make what happened in North Carolina happen up in New England. So I am definitely trying to get an assistant and get started, because that's why I joined the chamber, is to kind of network and link, and then from there everything will kind of fall into place, which it usually does if you work hard enough. So
That's great. What a positive attitude.
Right.
well, and I'm somebody, I don't take no for an answer, because there's been a lot of people that have told me no or told me you're not going to make it. And I'm the kind of person that I know I will. So if you give me a no or close that door, then I'm going to build the door and I'm going to still walk through it. So,
Figure out how to get through
exactly.
it. Nice.
Where does that resilience come from?
I just think it's within me, really. I have family and friends that watch what I do, and for a long time they thought I was lying about because who was like, oh yeah, I'm a model and I'm a singer and I'm this and I'm that. Most people you would be like, you're crazy, you need to go away. But for me, and actually I just went back to my high school reunion, and the superlative they gave me was most likely to turn every passion into a profession, which I love. But I've always had that drive since I was young, and I think my family and friends just thought, oh, it's a phase. And then when it wasn't a phase, it's like, maybe there's something wrong with her. And now it's like, well, and I was like on the cover of a magazine. I think it was around that time that they were like, oh, maybe it's not just a phase. So they're still kind of confused as to what I do. Even my husband doesn't know what I do. He's like, I don't know. You run too much stuff. Like, people will ask him and he's like, I ask her, I don't know what she does. He's like, I support you. And so I think that's the thing.
That's all that matters.
All that matters.
I'm my own cheerleader. And I think, if you're your own cheerleader and you do what you love, then the others around you who don't believe will eventually see that you were not crazy. You know what I mean? Like, once
If you believe in yourself enough, they can believe in you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it.
So, and I'm sure they've made fun of me behind my face, but whatever. All the good ones are crazy.
Yeah. You don't have time to listen to that.
I
No,
don't.
she's.
too
You know
busy.
what? Do what you want. I'm busy. I don't care. I love that. I'm too busy to care what you think.
Yes, I need that on a shirt.
Yeah, I'm too busy to care what you think.
Yeah, and I'm actually getting ready to come out with merchandise for a bunch
Of course you are.
So that would be a really good idea.
She's going to have a TikTok shop tomorrow, and these T-shirts are going to be printed, and we're going to be like, hey, that was our idea.
I'll put Lydia's lunch bunch. Like,
I love it. No, take that idea and run with it. I feel like if anyone could, it's you.
My goodness.
I know. Well, by the time we talk again, I could have another idea up my sleeve. You just
Yeah.
don't know.
By the time this podcast airs, we will have a partnership
She'll
and
have 2 more businesses.
a new business with Jillianne.
Creating and producing events in North Carolina and Florida.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's no shortage of, fun things to do and people who are interested in all that. A little
Right.
different up here. It's a
Yeah.
different way of life
is.
up here to bring
Bring the
that
party to New
vibe.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're so stoic.
I know. I know. And I think that Lewiston is a much more it's an older town, so it's not like from Charlotte where everybody is like trendy and indie and like all these artists. Charlotte's very art forward.
Yeah.
So for up here, I really, that is a struggle that I'm like, okay, how can I get this to get going up here? And my one idea that I have is I want to, because my husband is an executive chef, and so I'm wanting to network with, like, set his clientele up here. But I thought, why not do it for me? So I'm thinking about getting, excuse me, creative people in the area, venues, vendors together to have like a networking night and just eat good food and share business cards and talk to each other. And then I think that'll kind of get the ball rolling. Because I'm so new, I'm not from here, it's hard to kind of come in as an outsider and be like, okay, this is the plan. You have to really kind of figure it out.
You got to meet some people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
sure.
that's kind of the ideas for everybody. And even if like people in the area, they're like, I've been here 20 years. I didn't even know you were open. Like, to help them kind of grow too. So
sure. You have a big show coming up in a few months.
Yes.
Right? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I have partnered with New England Premier Events. They do bridal shows, for lack of a better term. They do girls' nights out, stuff like that. And I had reached out to her last year and I said, hey, I'm really interested. And usually she only has one wedding planning vendor at each show. So I don't know if I'll be the other only one, but it's looking like I will be. But I'm going to be the wedding coordinator vendor for that show. So I'm going to have a step and repeat brought in, photographers so that the brides and grooms can get pictures against the step and repeat. We're going to do a raffle giveaway, wedding cookies or wedding cupcakes, swag bags. I've got it. I'm so excited. This is my first trade show too. So it's like, I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'm going in with like the mindset of I've already done this 100 times. Just do it again.
It's just a party on the road.
Exactly.
You got it.
Exactly. Just an 8x10 party.
There you go.
Yeah. Party on the fly.
Yes.
And where is that taking place?
That is actually right across the street at the Auburn River Watch.
The Hilton.
The Hilton Inn. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So if you want to go meet Jillianne,
Yes.
go check out that show.
Absolutely.
You probably have 12 businesses by then.
I'll just line up all the business cards for each company. I'd be like, you don't need a wedding planner? Do you need some digital marketing? What about a documentary you need me to
Just give away packs. Give away packs of business cards.
Exactly. One for all your needs. There you go.
Yeah, there
Oh
you
my
go.
goodness.
So I'm curious what areas of New England you serve. Are you serving like the entirety of New England?
Yeah, so because I'm from Charlotte, a lot of I have to travel obviously to North Carolina a lot. So, but I'm just starting out. I'm starting out in Maine, but the surrounding states. So when I've advertised all the way down to New York, just to kind of keep it in this area. So anything in the area within traveling distance that's, not 15, 20 hours or whatever.
Right. You
then
don't need to
absolutely.
fly.
Yeah. I can fly, I can take the train, I can drive, whatever. But I will not drive in New York City. So if you have an event in New York City, you're paying for a train or something because I refuse.
Easy peasy down there on the train.
Choose life.
Yeah.
Choose life.
I do. But other than that, yeah, anybody in New England, I'm here for you. And yeah.
When we have like contractors on and we have home inspectors on and all that, we always want to know like what's the craziest thing you've seen in someone's house? What's the craziest DIY project you've ever seen in someone's house? But
yes,
with you as someone who produces huge events, like we had we interviewed a caterer who had everything set up and the party was about to start, and then they realized they didn't have any silverware.
Oh my God!
It's crazy, right?
That's where the wedding planner comes in and goes, "Go get me silverware from Walmart. I don't care where you
Just find it.
Yes.
Find it.
I think the craziest, and this is for a high-profile client, so I'm not going to say the client's name, but they are very high up in New York City for a school. And this was not through my company, thank God, but it was through another company, and I was brought in to be their wedding coordinator. And I had done the table charts, the table seating, everything. Well, it turns out the maid of honor in that wedding party was also a wedding planner, but she was also not the wedding planner for her wedding. She was just the maid of honor, and she redid all my table places the day of. Like the night before and like the day of, like tried to set it up, and I had to and it was also a traditional African Muslim wedding. So they had the garb, they had the spices, they had the traditional stuff that they had to do. I had to redo all of my seating that morning. And then as I was putting chiffon on chairs, like with my assistant, I get a call. They're like, oh, the bride's flying in more people this morning. So she was flying in guests as we were sitting in, like setting up the venue.
Oh, no.
At one point, I sat on the stairs and cried. And then the assistant they gave me, I had never worked with her before. I caught her taking selfies right as the bride was going to walk down the aisle, and I fired her on the spot. I was like, you know what? If that's what you're going to do, I need you gone, kind of thing. So then the wedding went perfect. But then we got to the reception. Everything was fine until the shuttles came for the night to pick everybody up. I could not find the DJ anywhere. I found his assistant, and the assistant's like, oh, I think he's somewhere on a smoke break. I was like, well, get him in here. The shuttles are here to pick up the guests. I was like, do you know how to make an announcement? Well, no. I was like, great. So it took me like 20 minutes to find this DJ who was outside on a smoke break, like it was at the Mint Museum. He was outside. Finally, he comes in, and like we had to hurry and like get the guest on the shuttle before like the time, because they're paying for the time that they're there. So after that, I literally I think at one point I went outside, I took my shoes off, and I just sobbed, and I said, I will never ever do this again. And here I am.
And now you're running your own company, doing exactly that.
Exactly. So I love the pressure. And there was actually during that wedding, so they were in traditional African garb. It is heavy, it is hot, and the air conditioning had gone out in the bridal suite. And the people at the Mint were like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do to fix it. I was like, oh, I'll show you how to fix it. So I literally called the city of Charlotte and gave them, and I said, I need you in here to fix this. And sure as crap, they did. They came down, they fixed the air conditioning just so I didn't want them passing out. Like, there was like 12 people in the room with all this like garb on. I was like, put a fan in there, make it work. I don't care. So I did. I called the city of Charlotte, and they fixed it. So note to people, when I do your event, if something goes wrong, you will never know about it, and I will make sure it is fixed ASAP.
Yeah. That's the kind of person you need on your team.
That's right.
I've even used eyeliner when for another wedding I did, they forgot the guest pen for the guest book. I sharpened my eyeliner and gave it to everybody, and nobody ever knew because it looked like it was a pencil. So I will make stuff work.
That's awesome. Wow.
No one can read the guest book, but it's fine.
It worked.
It's all smushed. It's very smoky-eyed.
It's the memory that counts.
Yeah, right.
Love it.
So, Jillianne, when you're a guest at an event,
Oh, that must be
are you
so
able
hard.
to enjoy it, or are you picking apart everything that's going on?
Honestly, it's hard because I do a little of both. Like, I start out as a guest, but then like I'll start being like, oh, I wonder where they got that, or oh, that's a really good idea. Where can I find that? It's kind of like the same with production. Like, I do film production. Now I can't watch a movie without being like, that lighting is good. That was a good shot. How did they make that happen? That's not even realistic. And now my husband's ruined because he'll watch a horror movie and go, well, I guess they just conveniently had that there. And I'm like, oh no, I've ruined you. But no, for the most part, I really do try to enjoy it. With my other networking company, Make an Impact, I kind of am doing that. So I'm hosting it, but I'm also mingling with the guest. So a lot of times my staff in North Carolina will be running the event while I'm mixing and mingling, giving speeches, all that stuff. So I'm kind of a both, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It's a blessing and a curse because
Right.
then I'm like, I start overthinking. I'm like, what can I do for my next show? And I'm like, just be present. Just enjoy the food. You want some shrimp cocktail? Let's have a shrimp cocktail.
Love it.
She's a Jill of all trades.
Yeah.
I would use
Literally.
I would use the term force of nature.
Yeah. Powerhouse. Powerhouse.
How can folks learn more about Glitterazzi Entertainment?
So www.glitterazzientertainment.com is the website that we're using. And basically, if you just Google Glitterazzi Entertainment, it should be the first thing to come up. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. I don't have TikTok. Well, everybody thinks this is crazy, but when I went to go get TikTok, it was during the ban, so I wasn't allowed to get it. So if it is released, which I think they said they just came to agreement, then I might be able to get it and put stuff on there. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Fascinating stuff, Jillianne. Is there anything else about Glitterazzi or any of your other businesses or yourself that you would like our listeners to know?
No, I mean, not really. Just we really try to work with every budget. So, if you feel like you have a party or an idea, whether it's for events or digital marketing or film production, we work with every budget because we want to see the project come to life. And we work with quality people that know what they're doing. So don't ever let your final budget be the deciding factor of whether to reach out, because we can make, like I said, if it's a $2,000 budget, I can do a lot with $2,000 kind of thing, which is pretty low. So just reach out, give us your idea. We can come to an agreement. And if it works great. And if it's not, it's just not meant to be with us.
Next year marks 30 years of Uncle Andy's Digest. What started as a beloved print publication has grown into Lydia Media, a full-service marketing partner helping local businesses thrive. From LA Metro Magazine and the Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast to social media management, website design, and advertising across all platforms, we've got your marketing needs covered. If you're a business making a difference in our community, let's connect. Lydia Media is here to tell your story and help you grow. Lydia Media, in business, for business. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
That brings us to our final segment of the show, which is called 3 Random Questions.
I am so excited.
Where Sarah and I are going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far.
Okay.
All right. We will start with this one. Jillianne, if you were presented with a time machine and you could take one round trip and you're gone for a day,
Okay.
where would you go and why?
That's a good question. I would probably go to the past because I don't want to know what the future holds. It can be scary. But honestly, I love Japan and everything with Japan and how they're very family oriented. Their food is, I eat sushi every day pretty much, but their food is so together and they're family oriented. I would love to go back into the earlier days of Japan just to see kind of where the respect started from, where the tradition started from, where, there's so much that lies in Japan that I think a lot of people think are a mystery because we just don't know. So to be in that time and be able to immerse yourself into the, early stages of what it is today, I think that would be so fun to do and relaxing. I've always wanted to go to an onsen bath, where everybody bathes together. It's like the giant hot tubs, essentially. They just are so relaxing and zen and yeah.
Right. Now I want to go to Japan.
Me too.
Sounds awesome.
I feel like it would be the most relaxation trip ever. You just come back a whole new person,
Okay. Would you rather have nonstop hiccups or nonstop sneezes?
That's a good one. I think sneezes, because when I hiccup, I tend to hurt myself, chest-wise. Where sneezes, it's okay, it's annoying. And I always sneeze. When I sneeze 6 times in a row. So for me, it feels like that. Would it be annoying? Absolutely. But yeah, definitely sneezes, because hiccups they can be brutal.
I hate the hiccups.
I'll be hiccuping, and then every once in a while I'll get one that's and it's sounds like Satan's trying to come out. So
I get mad when I get the hiccups.
do.
I'm okay, that really diaphragm, that's enough.
I know. When I was
Stop being so dramatic.
I know. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I had hiccups. She had hiccups all the time.
Oh, I love when babies have hiccups, though.
And then I would get the hiccups. So it's so sweet. Baby hiccups are the cutest. Adult hiccups, not so much.
Not so much.
Like, stop that.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Is that incontrollable?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Or if somebody's like, bless you. It's I'm not blessing you a third time. I've blessed you twice. Stop.
Right.
When I've recently, in the last couple of years, it used to just be one sneeze and you're done. But as I've gotten older, for some reason, the sneezes are multiple sneezes. And I always feel bad in the office, if I sneeze, because I don't want people to be bless you 7,000 times, like you said. And I always all right, you don't have to do it again. I always say, you don't have to do it again. It's fine.
I give you one bless you, and then if you sneeze after that, I'm like, all right, enough.
Are you done?
Right.
I know. My husband and daughter have the weirdest sneeze because they only really sneeze when they're in the sunlight. So if they go from shadow to getting out of the car and it's sunny outside, both of them will start sneezing 3 times. And it's the weirdest thing. Wow. But if my husband eats red meat, he gets the hiccups. I'm like, you guys are just weird.
That is weird.
It's just, I picked my people.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I got to go put on an event.
Exactly.
You guys deal with your
Leave your
hiccups and
weirdos
sneezes. All right, Jillianne, final question.
Yes.
If there was a movie made about your life,
Oh, God. Okay.
what would be the one scene that people talked about on the way home?
Oh,
gosh.
that is That's a loaded question.
You have so many things you've done.
Yeah.
That's why I was dying to ask this.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what she's going to pick.
I don't know. I honestly, and this is kind of what the documentary I'm working on is about, but it'd probably be like childhood stuff, not to like be like, let's bring everybody down. But there was some trauma and there was some things that happened. But I think what came out of it is so powerful because looking at what happened to me, and I'm sure I'll tell about it later, but I shouldn't be alive. I shouldn't be here. And I fought. And I just feel like I've always had that I'm meant to be here personality kind of thing and that drive. And what happened to me when I shouldn't have made it, I am now thriving. And my goal is to help people like that have gone through what I've gone through, or to really, sit down with them and make them realize like everybody goes through stuff. You know what I mean? To reach out and be that voice to help them. So I think that's the one thing that they would talk about is be like, wow, like, look how hard she fought just to get to where she is,
That's great.
So,
Well, we are thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
well, thank you. And I thank you guys for having me. I'm so glad I could finally come in.
No,
too.
Seems like we've been trying for years.
I know it. I was like, I'm sick. And I was like, God, I'm sick again. My husband's like, third time's the charm. I'm not taking off again for this. I was like, thanks for the support, babe.
So glad it worked out. It was a pleasure meeting you, and best of luck in the bridal show and
you.
all your 17 other businesses.
Yes. I'm sure give me time. I do have one on the edge of my brain that I haven't said, but it could be very successful in North Carolina. So
All right.
I might have a seventh soon.
Okay, sounds good. She's Jillianne Haney from Glitterazzi Entertainment. If you'd like more info, you can go to glitterazzientertainment.com. Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. That is going to do it for us until 2026.
What?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. And we will be back, if not before then, we will be back on Monday, January 5th.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.